in CG, you kind of left the leadership as far as street team. So
Um,
in that perspective, this is something you built. You said, "Hey, I don't want to do this no more." Like, what what made you go through that? Like, was that like that decision?
it was like obviously now then most of the like some of the CG boys were like taking a break, whatever. Like it was like K and them never really had six people, so I would like they would like always invite me to jobs. Like I would you know, start hanging out with them a lot more. So street team was like kind of on the back end at this point. I don't want to say the back end, but I wasn't like really there, you know. And
It wasn't your
every time there was
priority, bro. It wasn't your on your
um,
top priorities.
I wouldn't say it wasn't on my top priority. It was kind of a thing where it just happened, you know.
Yeah,
Like they're on a different schedule. I was on a different schedule a little bit. I was more on a schedule that kind of linked me with the CG boys more.
yeah.
And I would like get on the server. I'm already with the CG boys, and then some of the street team boys would wake up and they'll be like, "Oh, there's nothing to do for me, so I'm going to sleep." It was kind of I kind of felt like it was like expected from me to like find shit for them to do,
Mm.
and I just tried to do my own thing at the time. And every time there was issues, it was like, "Oh, well, we have this issue because we're not doing anything. It's because Jalen's not here," you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, "Well, I'll try to put in more work, blah blah blah." It happened like twice, like same thing. Like
So you
we don't
felt
have
like all the
people.
pressure was on you. Like if you don't move, no one moves. Like you wanted
Yeah,
more. I got you.
it was like it was always a thing where it was like kind of get blamed on me, like, "Oh, we don't really have people. Like we need to find new people." I'm like, "Okay, well, how does that fall on me? Because you guys are early in the morning, like EU hours. I'm like late, like I wake up like NA hours, right?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, well, how do you expect me to find people for the group you're hanging out with? But I'm not even there. I don't even know what you guys do. Why don't you guys find your own people?" And then,
Like you're giving other people opportunity to step up and take some leadership
yeah.
roles. Got you. Yeah.
And even though I did that, it was like still the same issues being brought up. Like, "Oh, we're not really doing anything because you're not there. Like, you don't even hang out with us." I'm like, "Well, okay, well, you know what? This has happened. This is like the third time this shit is being brought up. Like, I'm kind of over it at this point, right?" Like, okay, well, I don't want to be the leader anymore. I'm not gonna leave street team, but I don't want to be the leader anymore. Fuck that shit. Like, if every issue that comes up is like always me, like, no, I don't want it.
Yeah. And so at that time, you say that, and then a bunch of people just leave street team.
Yeah, it was like it was a lot of it was kind of stressful to be honest, because it was like people would bring up issues and I'm like, well, what are you gonna do about it? Because you're bringing up the issue. Obviously, you're the only one that have the issue. What are you gonna do about to
Yeah.
fix it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
well, I'm not gonna do anything. You're the leader. You should fix it. I'm like, well, okay, well, here you go. Now you're the leader. Now you fix it.
Mm.
Like, well, I don't want to fix it. I'm just gonna leave, kind of deal.
So now street team kind of pretty much falls apart, right? Um. The main guys like Forehead leaves. He goes to GG. Uh, Bleach, unfortunately, Free Breach, he gets banned. I would say more of the main characters, Pigeon, he's still down, but Pigeon kind of has his own kind of thing that he
Yeah.
does, which I love, by the way. So at this point, you're just kind of over it. So how does you know I see Street Team slowly rebuilding. Um,
Um.
how do you find these people, and how do you How do you
Also,
not get into?
we already had the people.
Mm.
It was more of like, okay, well, I'm no longer part of the picture, but whatever you need for me to help you get there, I'll help you. And people like
You
they
guys had
just stepped up.
Richard too, right? You did guys have Richard, right?
No, we didn't.
Oh, I thought you guys had him.
He was never like part of street team. He was like just hanging around. Like
Oh, got you, got you, got you.
Boca when he left, like I mean, when he got kicked out of Boca, like a week later, I think we offered to merge with Boca, and I think only Stoney stuck around. To be honest,
Yeah.
obviously we had Ace that's now in Hyder, but when Four had left, he was like, oh, it's not really something I want to be a
Wait,
part of.
Ace is Hydro?
Yeah,
I
Ace.
did not know that.
Yeah, the purple Boca
I thought he was street
Ace.
team.
Um, he was going to be. It was he left just like a couple days before we are gonna blood him in. So, but
Okay.
yeah, a lot of people stepped up. Like Stoney stepped up.
Stone's a real one.
Yeah, Stoney stepped up heavy. Cause he's the main reason. Like, cause he was already friends with like Ant and like Leon and Ace.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, the gang needs people. We need like good homies to hang out with. No, I'm just gonna link up with this guy, see what happens, and then he's the one that brought in the new people.
Got you. Yeah, because Stone and Anna, cool. I know that.
Yeah.